Greetings guys, and welcome back to another part of the open world game series. Again, apologies if my voice is not that great because I still have a cold, but that is not going to stop me from making videos. So let's go. So we were here in the previous part. So what we did was implementing walking and sprinting, and most important of all, we smoothed out those animations. So that was pretty cool. So today we can focus on a very big aspect of the game, which is jumping. So now like there are always exceptions. So there are games which won't let you jump, like almost the whole Assassin's Creed franchise won't let you jump independently unless you're parkouring. But we're going to be implementing that. Of course, if you don't want to implement that, then you can just skip this whole video. So yeah, let's do this. So first of all, what we're going to do is to begin jumping, I'll start off by just going into a rare PP, and I just commented this to sprinting, okay, to stay more organized. So now what we can do is just go to the edit project settings, and in the input we're gonna define another action mapping called jump, and we're gonna set that to spacebar, because in most games we jump by pressing spacebar. So nice. Now if we search for jump, then in the action events we can see that here is the jump we are looking for. So that's very great. So now we can of course just go ahead and keep coding, but lucky for us, Unreal has provided their own jump function. So if we just go this jump out and then compile and save, you're pretty much done here almost. So why I said almost, you will get to know. So yep, this is why it has no animation that it can play, and we're gonna be fixing that. We're gonna just build upon this jump function. So we can just save this and go into the animations, and we'll add a new animation for jumping, which I've already picked up from Mixamo. This is the jump. And by the way guys, these open world assets, this whole folder will be available for download from this video on, as I don't want you to go hunting for all the assets that I have in Mixamo or some other third-party websites. You can just grab them directly to make your life easier. So I'll just provide a download link for these in the description. So just go into the animations folder and just select this jump and just drag and drop it. Again, if you don't like the animations that I am using, then you can pick your own. So in these FBX import options, you can just pick up the rare skeleton, because that's what we are going to be using. And press import all, so that the animation applies to rare. Control save it. And if we go into jump, we can test this. So I right away notice a big mistake that I've done. So basically, while importing this, I haven't removed these extra few frames in which he basically just moves his hand. So if we are like running or something, that will cause sliding, and in this animation only. So we don't want that. As soon as he has landed, and there, from here, I just wanted to cut this out. So how you can do that is, when you have this red marker over there, just right click and remove whatever frames you want. I'm just going to remove that, and let's see. There. So yeah, now what we want to do is actually create an animation montage of this. So just go to create an animation montage. I'm just gonna name it jump underscore M. control save it, and now we have this. So why are we using this? So instead of the normal animation, basically a montage allows you to create different sections of an animation. So instead of having 3 animations selected from one, so it's all part of the same animation that you want. So what you can do is just split this animation into parts. So like for example, say when I'm in the air, I just want to loop this until I land this right over here, and whenever I land, I need to play this animation. So this can be our initial animation, this can be our loop animation, and this can be our land animation. So instead of importing 3 animations, we only imported 1, and then we can create sections of these. As you can see right here, we already have one default section. We're just gonna create another section. So when the guy is in the air, so yeah, so nearly there, I'm just going to bring my mouse over here and then right click and create a new montage section, name it loop, because we're gonna loop that. And they're in the same, I'm just gonna take this red marker to the same place and just new montage section, land. So I basically want them to be in the same spot, because when the land is triggered, then it is gonna play after that. Okay, and this when the loop is triggered, it will just stay over here. So that looks good for me. So now this is a loop animation. So if we want to loop this, there should be no land animation aside of this. This should only be there when it is triggered. So what we need to do to actually separate this land animation from the default and the loop is just click on the loop and press loop. So there, now it is separated, and now if we see, it will loop. So we display. So there, it is looping, but what is happening right now, his legs are shaking. It seems like he's in immense fear. So what we need to do to fix that is just hold control and uh, just zoom in with your control middle mouse wheel, and then what you have to do is just bring this land just close to your loop animation. So now if you see, okay, wait, what is happening? Let me just um I don't want to, I just want to see the loop. So let me just see it. So for some reason it is playing these side by side. Maybe I've done it all wrong. Yeah, so now it is looping. That was happening because I placed the land animation uh, before the loop animation. So now there's still a bit of leg shaking, so I'm just gonna place the land animation even closer and then just uh, zoom out of there, and let's see there. So now that works fine for me. Yep. So yeah, that works fine. So we can save that, and what we can do is just go into our rare pp and let's play our anim montage. Let's select that to be jump underscore m, and now this is still not gonna work. I'll tell you why. So if we see we are landed, but there so you see what is going on here is basically the result of our loop. We haven't told it when to play the land animation. So luckily for us, Unreal has its own on landed event, so we're gonna use that. And then we're just gonna play a montage. Again, same deal. Start section name is just land, because that's where we play our landing animation. So if we just do that, then do that. So as you can see, our jump works just fine. So yeah guys, now one thing I just wanted to point out is that this would not have worked if we like I tried this out earlier. So if I had done that earlier, so if we remove this, we had this by default. So if we compile and save, then our jump would not work entirely, and that's because so we have this default slot in our anim montage, right? This default slot. So we this whole montage apparently uses this default slot. So we want to call that out in the animation blueprint, so that whatever happens in this blend space, that happens with respect to the default slot. Now plug that into the final animation pose, compile and save, and then our jumping works just fine. So if you see we're sprinting there, and we're walking, jump there. And if you want to increase the height for some reason of which we're jumping, then all you have to do is just go into rare underscore bp in character moment, search for jump, and here somewhere jump z velocity. So you can basically like change that. So if we just go to 500 and say 420 was the default value, by the way, we can remember that. So if we so we basically increased our height, and if we were to enter something crazy like a thousand, I was meant to enter 1,000, so we enter something crazy like that to make the difference more noticeable. So you can see so that's how high apparently Fortnite players jump. So yeah, you can basically do this if you want to, but this just goes to show how the looping thing works. So as you can see, we are looping that section, this section, to show that no, we have still not landed. And even if you increase this to like some crazy value, like let's say 5,000, then this will still play. So this is the land, you see. Now if we jump, then this animation, this section of the animation will still play. Yeah, so this is why I had used loop. So yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you like this video, then be sure to like, comment and subscribe and share my videos. And on that note, I'll see you guys again. Bye bye, and with the superhero landing. Whew.